So, as we settle into this guided meditation, I wanted to just give a few words to the attitude to bring to meditation that could be really helpful. Like, many times I see this attitude of like, me, mine, I need to get me better, instead of just seeing that there are these various states that arise and pass through this vehicle that we have that's a seemingly separate sense of self. And if you're going about it with a really strong sense of me, I want to get and I want to have for me, well, if you do actually wake up, you're in for a big shock. Waking up involves quite a bit of a shock anyway. But there is no seemingly separate sense of self. We're always interconnected and part of something multidimensional and really vast and amazing, incredible. And there's actually this one prayer that comes out of the Christian tradition, which is actually really well aligned with what I'm saying. And this prayer is, I think it's the prayer of St. Francis. Not my will, but thy will. So it's a way of letting go of the me, that little me that's just sort of grasping, and that me that's really kind of working. There's a lot of hindrance and a lot of defilement in with that me. And so it helps to kind of relax into something more open. Like maybe something else might come online here that isn't just for the me that's just grasping and pulling and seeking and grabbing. Because that's really exhausting. It's really fatiguing. And it's just really not aligned with how to meditate, how to bring your attention to what's happening. It's got a lot of tension in it. And we really do need to bring an open mind. Like, what might be here that's not mine? It's not me. It's not myself. What might be more available here in our consciousness? It really just helps to open that up as you approach meditation practice. And if you have a demander, that's in there anyway, because that's your habit, then notice that with compassion, that's suffering. That is suffering. That demander, the insister, that this be the way it is, this be different than the way it is now. So that's a form of suffering, because in our meditation we're trying to just work with what is. And even if the demander's here, that's what is. And so we can work with that too. The openness has just got many, many layers, many dimensions to it. Okay? So I just wanted to offer that for you as an approach. A lot of people also work with the word allowing and working with what is as well. It can be opening the mind and the heart and the body. So I'm going to start with one ring of the bell, and I'll end with 2 rings of the bell after my dedication. So please settle into a posture, close all of those other tabs. See if you can really bring your full attention to the next 25 minutes as we sit together. So the first few minutes are always about just getting settled into your seat and your posture and giving yourself this time to really receive this gift of attention. And just tuning into feeling the breath and noticing your state right now. Breathing in a way that feels nourishing. Because sometimes as we transition into a sit, there's still kind of some tension in the torso and in the neck. We can set our head back on our shoulders and just feel into the body. You can also just take a moment to thank yourself for getting here. Like, thank you. All of these streams came together to be here in this moment. What a gift. And just noticing what's happening in your mind. If that demander is here, you can also just practice with not my will, but thy will. Perhaps there's something greater, more open, perhaps an energy that's more porous. It's more available. Or you can even invite the little demander to come and sit next to you, making space for the demander, the part of you that really wants. We're just learning to be wise and kind spiritual friends to ourselves as we're just feeling the breath and just allowing my voice to be secondary to your own experience. We're just inviting in a sense of calm, letting the nervous system calm down. And see if you can't find a pleasant, long breath. Just really letting in some oxygen to feed your brainstem. Sometimes we're pinching off oxygen throughout the day, and we don't even realize we're a little bit starved. So just letting that come in, opening the belly. And again, just notice if there's any part of you that you're forcing. See if you can invite it gently, kindly, to just melt a little bit of that frozenness or that prickliness. And just really be here so you can be a human being. Just right here, being with what is, as you're feeling the breath all the way in and all the way out. And just deepening as you relax the noticer, the curious mind. See if you can take the edges of that curiosity and just let that relax. Just being receptive. Feeling the breath. And just allowing the sound of my voice to be a form of encouragement. To just stay with this. Each moment that you invite in quietude and calm increases your resilience for working with this human life. Just relaxing a little bit deeper. Just being receptive to what's most wholesome in you. Offering yourself this calm and peaceful attention. There might be some hindrances that come up that are trying to thwart your calm, like forms of heaviness or wandering mind. And just notice that you can refresh your intention, returning to feeling the breath. You can just breathe this breath like you have all the time in the world. You have no place to go, nothing to do, but just be here with this in-breath and this out-breath. And you can just notice gently, what is the breath saying? Like, what parts of the breath feel most pleasant? So now just take a moment to reflect on, see if you're able to experiment with an energy or a sense of something greater than yourself. Maybe it's just a gentle, peaceful breath. Or maybe it's just a willingness and openness. We're just working with trusting ourselves to experiment and learn as we go along. May we each understand the importance of our lives, meeting inevitable difficulties throughout the day with more patience, kindness, and understanding. May we each cultivate our inner wisdom, self-respect, and compassion to serve as sources of healing in our troubled world. And may we all free our hearts and minds to awaken further each day, little by little. We can do it.